Hey friends, welcome back to Watavue Mountain. You guessed it, nope, we're not at the mountain today. We're gonna do something totally different that we normally don't do. I've done some reviews in the past, but I haven't told you exactly how I feel about that review. So what are we reviewing today? You probably guessed by the title. This is the Hydro Water Hydrogen Generator. So in theory, we dump some water in here, we push this little button, and this thing creates hydrogen water. And you might be saying, well, wait a second, who cares about hydrogen water? Well, you know, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. As I get a little bit older, they come out with all these new wackapadoodle things that are supposed to make you feel better and help your health and all that stuff. And hydro water is one of those things, hydrogen enriched water. You might have seen Gary Brecka or Dr. Huberman talk about that. But I'm gonna save you a little bit of time right from the beginning so you don't have to watch the whole thing. Hydro, HYDRO.com, absolute garbage. I'll show you here in just a second. Thanks for coming, thanks for checking us out. Let's get to business. Like I said, I'm gonna throw in a screenshot here. Hydro, HYDRO, and HYDROH, I believe are the same company. Now, if you go to Gary Brecka's site and you try to order these, I think they're about 250, 270 bucks each. We found these at the hydro.com site for about $79 each. So we said, hey, let's give it a whirl. I mean, it's gonna save us 200 bucks on each one. One for me, one for Sean. We'll be in good shape. So in theory, you saw I put some distilled water in here. I'm gonna hit this button and this is gonna cycle. It turns blue. It's gonna cycle for 3 minutes and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna test it. We bought this little hydrogen pH tester. The pH works great. The hydrogen, it works okay. It picks up here and there. But as you'll see, when we stick it in here, it still says 0. So let's give this its 3 minutes. I'll come back and we'll test it and we'll see where we're at. All right, we just finished the first 3 minute cycle. So what I'm gonna do on this one is I'm just gonna hit it again so that it runs even longer so that we can test its hydrogen after 2 or 3 cycles. So let's crack this open. We got our tester. I've been soaking it in water just like the instructions say. I have it on parts per million. I'm gonna stick it in, wiggle it around, and we're gonna wait. And waiting, and waiting. And as you see, it says 0. 0.000. 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. 0.000. Yep. So, I mean, it doesn't matter how long I let it sit in there. You see it turns blue, it looks cool, creates some bubbles, but we're at 0. So, what's the big deal with hydrogen water, right? It's supposed to help with, I gotta read it right off the website here because as you know, I'm not a scientist. Antioxidant defense, it helps increase hydration, enhances wellness, disease resistance, and revitalization of vitality. So my understanding is when you increase your hydrogen intake, it gets into the mitochondria, into the ATP, helps produce more ATP that helps with your energy. Then that in turn helps fight off free radicals and stuff like that. So, but like I said, this absolute 0. 0, 0, 0. So we'll let this finish its 10-minute cycle and then we'll come back and we'll see if this is any better. And actually I'm gonna run it, I think it only does 3-minute cycles. It says if you do it twice back to back, it'll do 10, but it's not doing that. It just does 3-minute cycle, then a 3-minute cycle. So I'll run it one more time after that, after this, then we'll come back and then we'll check and see where we're at. Okay, we just finished the 3rd cycle with this one. Let's see where we're at. Put that in, wiggle that around. 3rd cycle, still at 0. 0 parts per million. Got 186 millivolts. pH is 6.9093. 0 parts per billion. And 0.000 parts per million. So I'd say it's a bust. I say the Hydro Flask, I mean, it looks fancy, it looks neat, it's cool that it makes colors, throws in some bubbles, doesn't work. Not producing any hydrogen. So, what's next? Got the glasses on, let's see what it says. Due to health and hygienic reasons, we cannot accept returns, though we still do provide refund options. You got 14 days from the date of delivery to get a store credit. And they want us to show off our photographic skills to show them why. So I think that'll be easy enough. I don't think I'll send them the full-length video, but I'm definitely going to take some pictures, maybe a short video after it. I'll show it ending the cycle. I'll dip my thing in there, my hydrogen meter, and we'll go from there. But the bad news is all I get is a store credit. So what am I getting a store credit for? These don't work. What makes me think if they send me new ones, they're going to work? I don't know. It's quite the dilemma. So cautionary tale, I suppose, for you is you know, make sure you do the research. Now, we looked. The reviews were good. The website's not very user-friendly. There were only a couple of reviews on there that said how great it was. Maybe stick to Amazon or just go to, I can't remember that Gary Brecka site where his bottles are, but they tell you exactly how many parts per million. There are other YouTubers who have reviewed these that do a much better job than I have. I'm just reviewing this one specific one. They have others that will tell you, but they're selling an item too. So be cautious of that you watch a video and be like, oh, that makes sense. Look at that one's doing great. But they're the ones selling you the item. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to let you know Hydro, H-Y-D-R-O and H-Y-D-R-O-H, not to move. Keep looking, go somewhere else, do some more research, find you a hydrogen bottle that works. So there you go. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully this saves you a little bit of time, money, and effort, and you don't waste your money on these products. So thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. Of course, we're always doing something around here in suburbia. We do stuff at the mountain. Has nothing to do with this video, but if you like what we're doing, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon. Look up this way. We're going to post another video. I let YouTube pick it. Whatever they think you're going to like, that's what you're going to see. So thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. Until next time, be safe. God bless.